Welcome back, everyone. We're joined by some wonderful guests this morning. I'm joined by Sadiqa Iman and Kim Reynolds from the Chattanooga Theatre Centre. They're here to talk about a play being put on at the Theatre Centre, Gem of the Ocean. And I wanted to ask you guys, tell me a little bit about what the play is about.
You have such a great description, Kim.
Gem of the Ocean is a story of redemption. It's a story of community and family where 1839 Wiley Avenue is where it takes place in the Pittsburgh area. And souls and people, they come for washing of their souls. And there's an elderly woman, who I play, on Esther, 285. They come seeking wisdom and deliverance from things of the past or things they've done. And she is a character who represents the African-American past and the African-American future.
And as part of a series by August Wilson, what have you all learned from being a part of that series and that history that he wrote about?
Well, it's so interesting because this is the earliest part of the full series, and to just the way that he shows like the wealth and richness of character of the African American experience in Pittsburgh from 1908. And it's just a story that you don't often get a chance to see because in that time period, the story is so often focused on slavery. So this story is everyone in their house is free. Everyone who comes to the house is free and have been free for a minute, so much so that, you know, they own their own homes, they're working, they're entrepreneurs, and it's just really beautiful to be able to tell that story, you know?
I think it's a time period in American history we don't learn about as much from the African American perspective, do you think?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Especially, like I said, everything is focused on the South. So, you know, what was happening in Pittsburgh, you know, people were working side by side, people were, you know, very much so like in Chattanooga, how there was often a lot of side by side working between the races.
And then as well, I wanted to ask you too, you're the first African-American female to direct a play at the Theatre Centre.
Yes.
That's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations. What does it mean to you, you know, to be directing this play and to be doing it as the first African-American female at the Centre?
I can't even describe the feeling. It is a dream come true. You know, I consider myself a healing artist. And this story being about a healer, African healer, you know, focusing on African spirituality and bringing it into modern day Christian spirituality, and the fact that there are still firsts in 2020, that we are still having so many firsts. There's, you know, I'm the first African American female director there. You know, where the choreographers, the local playwrights, that, you know, so many other people who can now, well, hopefully will now come through and say, oh, this still isn't done. And maybe now that people are noticing that these doors should be open, that more people will start reaching out, and we won't have to keep trying so hard to make a way for ourselves.
What are you all hoping that people who come see the play learn from this particular play?
Reverence to elders,
yes.
And reminders that of how much wisdom they hold. Right?
It's okay to seek the wisdom. In this day and time, it seems like our children are looking for those people. And we're here. Just be receptive. Be willing to go to the wise.
Yeah.
To ask for that advice.
And building community.
Building. Yes.
It's Aunt Esther's house is all about a chosen family and people who would have never come together unless they were seeking help, seeking to get their souls washed. So that idea of community and coming together across not necessarily always joyous occasions, but the family that's created because of it being the joyous occasion.
Wonderful. Well, we do want to give everybody a little bit of information about where they can go see the play. It's on now until February 9th. We've got some ticket information online inside the WRCB app, and you can also call that number as well, 423-267-8534. Thank you all so much for being with us today. We had a wonderful time speaking about the play. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone goes out and sees it. It sounds like it's going to be wonderful.
Absolutely. It's a must-see.
Thank you all very much. We've got much more of your local news and weather when we return on Eyewitness News Weekend Today.